Hello, everybody. It's me, Evan, back again, and here we are not playing Minecraft, although it may look very voxely, very blocky, but we are playing one of Minecraft's greatest clones. And I use the word clone very lightly because this is not a Minecraft clone. It's actually a very unique, original, and awesome game. For those who don't know, this game is called Vintage Story. It's a voxel game like Minecraft. You know, you can build, you can do all the Minecraft things for the most part, but it has a greater focus on the hardcore survival aspects and realism and stuff. Now, I first stumbled upon Vintage Story probably 2 or 3 years ago. Um, just because I think it was when I was into Terra Firma Greg, because this game and the Minecraft mod Terra Firma Craft are very closely related. So, for those who don't know, Vintage Story was created um, by I can't remember maybe it's Travis. I can't remember the two main developers' names, but basically they a guy and his wife were playing Minecraft back when it was first released in the early days of Minecraft, and they really liked it. But then, as updates came out and the game kind of took shape of what it was supposed to be, um, they realized it had taken a much different direction than they had expected it to, focusing more on the kid-friendly, accessible to everybody sort of deal, when they had kind of anticipated it to be more of a survival focused game. So they then went into modding and they created a mod called Vintage Craft, which has some pretty groundbreaking stuff for Minecraft modding, like the geological levels. They're the first one to create some real like geology work in the terrain generation, which is really, really interesting. Wonder what I've got going on in here right now. Good cranberries. But they took some ideas from the previously built mod called Terra Firma Craft that had things like flint napping and um, prospecting and stuff like that. They took ideas from that. They took ideas from their Minecraft mod, and then they started working on this entirely new game that they called Vintage Story. And Vintage Story does have some oddities of its own. For example, there's a story to the game that you can progress through. There is also this instead of having monsters come out at night, they have this mechanic called temporal stability. And at night, eldritch creatures will come out and try to attack you if you're not by light, and it'll reduce your stability. It's kind of like Sanity from Don't Starve, for those who are in the loop. Um, However, I don't really like playing with that enabled because I just enjoy this game for the hardcore survival aspects. I really enjoy the complex cooking. I mean, the ground floor storage. I think something that's really cool that they have done with this game is that they've tried to make the least menuing as possible. So like crafting should be mostly done outside of a menu, and for the most part it is, right? If you're making tools, you have to nap or forge or pour the tool heads, and the only part that you interact with your inventory or the crafting menu is when you're dropping it onto a stick, right? Making fire or making pottery and all these different things, they are all done outside of the crafting menu on the floor, which is really, really a cool, unique idea that they've strived for, that plays into the game really, really well. Now, let's see. I've got some red meat on me, and a large hide, and some fat, seeds, and some grain. Interesting. Um, yeah, so this game really isn't what you would call, I guess, a clone of Minecraft. I think it is just a Minecraft-inspired game, and it is honestly quite incredible. Um, I love this game very dearly. I've been playing it not very consistently, but I've got probably, I'd say like 60 hours across all of the worlds, maybe even like 70 that I've played. And I have done lots of the things. I'm not a big fan of the story content and of the Eldritch whatever stuff, but 1 second. Little Dr. Pepper. But I really do enjoy the core gameplay mechanics that they've got going on here. I think it's really special because, for those who know, I'm a big fan of Don't Starve, and that is technically a hardcore survival game, though it has shifted to be more of a boss rush focused sort of deal in the recent days. But it is at its core, a hardcore survival game, and this is just that, but in a little Minecraft costume, and it's freaking awesome. I really do enjoy this game. Now, so for those who haven't played it, I would definitely recommend it. It's not the hardest, but it is definitely not the easiest. Food can be a struggle, the creatures, the combat is hard, right? It's hard to fight things, even the natural things like bears and wolves, it can be very difficult. And there's lots of really, really cool gameplay mechanics. It's just such a dense game. It's really incredible. Now, some things that I'd like to see, because I've been, as I've played this game, I've concocted a few ideas as to what I'd like to see in the future. Now, the biggest thing for me that I have been thinking about, pondering, is glass blowing. Right? That's currently there's metallurgy, there's forging, there's clay forming, there's flint knapping. There's all these different ways to manipulate the materials around you. I mean, there's brick making. There's everything. But there is not much that you can do with glass. See, I just smelled some glass right here. I have to break my bloomery to get it out. Glass you just kind of make like you do in Minecraft. You make blocks of it, and then you can cut them into panes or place them around, whatever. Make lanterns, things like that. I think it would be really cool and interesting for there to be a glass blowing mechanic. Not only would this take like be another one of those things that you can do outside of the inventory that's really interesting, but it would also provide a next tier sort of equipment. See, to get glass to a workable temperature, I would figure you probably have to use a pretty high level of bellows, which is from leatherworking, or maybe even using hot glass straight out of a bloomery, or a full-on ceramic kiln that you might have to make, which are very late game, and I have not gotten there in this world yet. But I think it could be a very cool late game material to work with to make, better bowls, bottles, things like that, jewelry, accessories, things. It'd be a really cool mechanic to see in place in the game. Uh, that I would definitely be interested in seeing. I'd also like to see further expansion of the cooking. It's very, very good, honestly. It's a very thorough system. There's tons of different recipes because how it works is you can just put 4 things into the pot and it'll cook into a unique dish as long as the base is like it follows matches what it's supposed to be. So, for example, each of these crocks here, by the way, can hold 4 servings of things. So, this, for example, is just scrambled eggs because I had a bunch of eggs for my chickens. So I'm going to take 8 meat. This is going to be enough for 4 servings of a meaty stew. And then on top, I'm going to put onions and what do I have up here? Raw grain. I think I can put more onions on it. So I'm just going to do 2 servings of meat, 2 servings of onions. I'm going to cook this here. Once again, reminiscent of Don't Starve, Crockpots. By the way, this game was inspired partially by Don't Starve. The character voices are voiced by instruments, just like in Don't Starve. We're gonna light this up. And just like that, it's gonna cook 4 servings of hefty red meat onion stew. That's so cool, right? That's such an interesting, cool system to engage in, to play with. There's baking, there's pie making, you know, you have to grind your grains in a quern to make flour. You mix them with water to get doughs. You can put the dough on here to make pies or just throw it straight into the oven, which you heat up by firing it beforehand. I mean, there's so many cool in-depth mechanics into this game. It is just so rich with stuff. It is incredible. I don't think they can eat grass. I think they eat grains. Anyways, basically, the whole point of what I'm trying to say here is this is a really freaking cool game, and if you haven't played it, I would recommend you look into it. Give it a shot. Because it might be right up your alley. If you like Don't Starve and Minecraft and you're kind of wishing for a sort of bridge or a hardcore survival game that follows that sort of ideas that Don't Starve does, that, man, this is for you, because it was definitely for me. Freaking love it. Anyways, don't have much more to say. Don't want to drag the video on. Love you guys. I'll see y'all later.